Hi everyone, welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make a Sarson Ka Saag. That's right, a saag that has all the winter leafy greens from the sarson, which is the mustard leaves, the bathua, which is the wild palak or the spinach or the wild greens as they call it, and some palak, and I'm going to be adding in a dash of methi, chop them all up. You know, oftentimes the Sarson Ka Saag is cooked in a pan and cooked for about an hour or two by sauteing the greens for a long time. However, I do like shortcuts and I do like ways where I can preserve the nutrition, plus, of course, add the delicious taste as well. I don't forget the taste. Taste is so critical. So what I do is to actually chop all the leaves together and put them into the pressure cooker. What happens when you put them into a pressure cooker is that it retains the fresh green colors of the greens, and that brings out the beautiful colors of the Sarson Ka Saag, and that's very important for me. And the added benefit out there is that it's quick to cook and the nutrition stays intact. So first I'm going to chop up my spinach that I washed. We'll just have to roughly chop them because we're going to be using a masher to mash it up once it's cooked. Take that up. Keep putting the chopped ones in the pressure cooker. And now for the methi leaves. Just a small bunch, right? It's going to be really easy. I actually don't take off any of the stems. The stems can be used. They have taste, they have nutrition. Add them in. We'll chop up the bathua. And now we'll chop the mustard leaves that are washed. And now one last final step is to add in just a little salt inside and some water. You don't need too much, remember? And I'm going to cover the pan and just pressure cook it for about 2 whistles, and then I'm going to turn off the heat and allow the pressure to release immediately. We're not going to wait for the pressure to release naturally so the greens remain nice and green. So let's just do that. So after a couple of whistles, I turned off the heat, and now I'm just going to go ahead and release the pressure with a fork gently. It'll throw out a lot of steam. Stay away and be careful, okay? Notice how the greens have cooked beautifully and it's got a nice green color. That's great. So now my next step is to put all the flavoring agents together. So into my pan, I'm going to add in some ghee to cook the saag paneer. And to this, I'm going to add in the finely chopped onions, lots of garlic, some ginger and green chilies, lots of them. Okay, and we're going to saute them until the onions soften. So now that the onions have softened, I'm going to go ahead and add in the spinach. And then we'll add in the makki ka atta so that all the excess water will all get absorbed. Now we're going to add in another tablespoon of ghee. And I'm going to cook this saag until it becomes nice and thick. We'll just use the masher and I'm just going to keep cooking the saag until it becomes nice and smooth and creamy. So this has been simmering for a good half an hour. Notice how beautifully creamy it's become. I love the flavors. Remember, we don't add any spices, just ginger, garlic, green chilies, and the fresh leaves and ghee. And we're going to give a tadka. You can also add hing to it. But the tadka with jeera and ghee and red chilies is going to top it all. Brilliant. I love the freshness. I love a good saag. So wholesome. Yummy. Let's get to the tadka. So now for the tadka. Again, ghee. And I'm going to add in the cumin seeds and allow it to crackle. Ensure that you roast it on medium heat so it doesn't get burned. And we'll add in a few broken red chilies. Great, this is done. Just going to go ahead and give this tadka on the top. And beautiful. That is just wonderful. Isn't that? I love it. Oftentimes, our Sarson Ka Saag is served along with makki ki roti, but today I'm going to serve it along with a tawa paratha and some lacha pyaz, and it will taste just as nice. You can even serve it along with some just plain fulkas if you'd like, and smeared with ghee, or along with some jeera pulao. Add in some paneer into the saag and just simmer it, and then have it along with some jeera rice and some raita. Tastes great. Wholesome, comforting food is what I call it. So that's it. Can't wait to taste it, have it, and serve it. So I really hope you enjoyed watching this recipe of how to make the Sarson Ka Saag. Wasn't that really simple? Absolutely Pressure cooking does make things very easy, and the addition of ghee and all those subtle spices and simmering it gives it a great taste and flavor, and the icing on the top is the tadka, right? So that's wonderful. So don't forget to give this recipe a try, and when you do, share your feedback in the comments below, and I would love to hear back from you. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button by clicking on the bell icon on my YouTube channel, because you will get notified of recipes week on week on the various different dishes that I make. So until then, until next time, happy cooking and healthy eating.